So that shiny new game just came out, Ghostrunner 2. And you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. The game begins with a scene, but I don't think there's anything of note except that the person talking said Dharma will finally pay. I never played the first game, so I actually don't know if Dharma is a person or a corporation, but it seemed important. The game begins sliding down a rail and then killing a guy. Right away, these graphics look amazing. I love the cyberpunk futuristic look to the game. I put up the menu here, and I only had Armory currently unlocked. Under swords, I could change the style of it though. Same for the gloves and also motorcycle. I didn't get around to trying the motorcycle, but I looked up gameplay of it and it seems to be driving pretty linearly and avoiding obstacles. Not much freedom to be had there. That's also something I noticed during my 1 hour and 20 minutes of playing just normally. It's linear. Very much so. Also, I came to realize very quickly that you die in a single hit. I died a lot. Every now and then, you'll find a little challenge machine. I tried it out, and I had to run through the rings while being timed. I ended up getting bronze. Barely. After that, it's back to parkour and slicing enemies. That seems to be the core of the game, and it doesn't feel like there's much else. Also, I came to realize that this game is in levels. Once a level is complete, you'll get a message saying that, as well as your time to finish, kills, and any collectibles that you found. Then there's a scene of 3 people, and someone named Mitra is brought back to life. Mitra seems like bad news, and the other guy that brought him back to life, Ahriman, says that the Ashura are here to serve him. They all leave except Ahriman, and it's like a boss fight with him. Then someone in a jetpack comes and helps me out mid-fight. He's useful for freezing the enemy in place momentarily. After defeating the boss guy, the guy in the jetpack comes down, and he's named Adrian Bakunin, and is then arrested by the Interface Council. It seems that Jack, the main character that you play as, is a part of the Interface Council, and someone named Connor is leading it. This area in between missions is what I guess you could call your main base. Here you can talk to a few different people such as Bakunin, Zoe, Connor, and Saul. Also there's an augmentation unit. This is where you upgrade yourself with chips because as a Ghostrunner you seem to be part cybernetic. Once bought, you can exit that and you'll open up the motherboard tab. Here you can equip the chip that you bought. Talking to Saul will get you a shuriken. This can be used to kill enemies, freeze bigger enemies momentarily, or to momentarily cut power to something if thrown at the designated power symbols that you'll sometimes come across. Once you talk to Connor, he'll give you the next mission. Sometimes you find memory shards. They are used for upgrading yourself. I played the game for a little bit longer, but I just feel like I don't really need to go on at this point, as it's just more of the same. I actually really dislike how linear this game feels. Some games I don't mind, but this one in particular, I just don't really like it. It doesn't work for me. It's way too narrow of a path, and to make it worse, it's mission based, which makes each area feel that much smaller and narrower. The graphics are amazing. I love how that looks. It's very reminiscent of Cyberpunk 2077, which is a game I really like. I like the gore of this game, the cutting people in half, but dying in one hit? I did not expect that, and I don't think I like it. I actually died a lot because of that. I usually play games that have a little leeway in how much damage that you can take. The bigger enemies take more sword strikes to kill, but a normal enemy dies in just 1 hit, which I also don't really like. I would prefer that they die in 2 to 3 hits at least, and I wish my character died like that also, instead of 1 hit. I don't know the story enough to really comment on it, as there seems to be somewhat of a continuation of the first game, and I didn't play the first. But I'll say that the little story that I did experience was a bit mediocre. The real focus of this game is parkour and slicing enemies. The running on walls is cool, the graphics are good, and there's lots of parkour to go around. I think there's people out there who will really like this game. For me, I don't really enjoy it that much, but I still had some fun. That's my personal opinion though. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.